A long time ago, I once said that I was probably going to make a video series talking about why I cannot stand the LGBT community. After some very interesting comments that I've recently been getting about the fact that, oh no, hurt her, it's good the fact that nobody found you attractive. I wanted to actually bring a few of my points across, and it's more or less a also response to a specific video by a YouTuber called Queer Kid Stuff. It was called the Privilege Song, in which the person known as Lindsay decided that she was going to explain privilege as you are privileged if you have certain things over everyone else, which to me is a fucking cop out, because the fact that people who more often than not claim privilege is somebody who literally fucking refuses to do the work. Here, let me explain. Lindsay had said that homophobia is more often than not a symptom of privilege. How? How is homophobia a symbol of privilege? I want to understand this. I thought that homophobia was an undescribed, uncontrollable fear of fucking, gay people. How the fuck do straight people think that they're better than gay people? I didn't understand it at all. But that was something she barely touched on. And then she went on to about this analogy where it was about about playground, where a child, basically was the name of the stuff fucking toy, wanted to play on the monkey bars, but he couldn't because of the fact that he was too short. And instead of accepting the fact that, maybe I just can't play in the monkey bars because I am too short, and wait a couple of years and I can actually play in that, or go play in something else, he it basically sounds like he's begging and crying and moping about it. I personally thought it was rather tasteless to use something kind of like in the long lines of handicap, in which children basically you're using your whole privilege argument. And then I believe that the lyrics were, "You have money, you are funny, and your entire world isn't sunny." Look, the parents probably can make a lot of money because the fact that the requirements of education, because the fact that chances, and overall there could be some internal factors that in fact you don't understand. But by blanketing under the idea of privilege is rather fucked up. The You're funny, it's only because the fact that majority of the time people are funny because of the fact that they either have a personality, that they have quick wit, and it's something that you often tend to develop, which is over time. And the your world isn't sunny. Look, depression sucks. I have it myself, but why the fuck should you basically, you should hold it over your somebody else's head and saying that it's a quote unquote privilege, when in reality it's just that it's like you don't know what that person is going through. I believe the term was walk 2 moons in someone's moccasins, and instead of doing that, you're saying that you should cater to me because I got my feelings hurt. I got this handed to me. Like you got things handed to you that I want. It doesn't work that way. But what what then you showed the footage of children talking about their ideal playground because of the fact that they're handicapped. Um, I'm not gonna shit on the children because you know what? It does suck. It does suck because when a child sees another one in the playground, they kind of want to play. They want to play in it. Then yeah, I mean, playgrounds have come a long way from just being, giant monoliths of wood and metal. There are becoming more handy capable items. There are more ramps so the children can go on it. There are actual more handicap slides, and there's more handicap swings that children can actually play on. In fact, there's actually a type of swing that I have seen a lot. It's a you could actually, like, you use your arms instead of your feet, so a child can actually play on it. And I've also seen a bunch of other types of swings that are actually, they're like, it's like a giant contact lens where a child, doesn't really have to, put the work on it. Somebody, is going to push him, but he doesn't have to worry about, if his legs are going to get fucked up or not. That's kind of besides the point, but the biggest thing that I wanted to bring up was something in which you said, Lindsay. It was about the idea of privilege having to do with the fact of somebody being an ally. You said yourself that you're gay. You're a gay woman. By that logic, I wanted to ask you a couple questions, and I'm probably never going to hear a response from it. I'm probably going to get a response from one person who's probably going to agree with me. Beep beep, hi Rio. And here's the things I wanted to discuss. You're going to hear a train in the background, and I'm extremely sorry about that. People are going to work. The first thing I wanted to ask was, are you aware that there is a lesbian wage premium for lesbian women who get paid more than straight women? Did you not know that? Did you know that because you're privileged, you actually make more than the women basically that you like to fight for that wage gap for? No? Okay, did you know that you can still donate blood that most gay people can't? Most, actually, no, gay men can't, because of the fact that, well, despite the fact that we can't help who we love, we also, most of us, not myself included, can't keep their dick in their pants. That's subject for another day. Why is it that lesbians are more often the troublemakers of the LGBT community? Why is it that lesbians have to push this ideological bullshit in our fucking schools, in our fucking homes? Is it something to do with the fact that you need to be fucking seen, you need to be heard all the time? It boggles my mind the fact that a majority of the time people just want to exist. People just want to exist and, live a normal, happy life. I feel bad for those children that you used. And quite frankly, Lindsay, you're a horrible person for it. The divide of gay men and women. Why is it that lesbians believe that gay men are inferior? Why? By our logic and by the fact that all this infighting, we are not being oppressed by the gay, by straight people. This is not even that anymore. We're oppressing ourselves. We are oppressing ourselves by the fact that there are people within our movement that want to do this identity politics bullshit. When in reality, we should be fucking fighting for equality. We should be fighting to make sure that it's like everybody basically, we in fact could get along, but instead we have people that are wanting this. We're not special. We're never going to be special. Stop trying to push this fucking bullshit. Some people just want to live normal lives. Some people just, they want what they want. Granted, if this is what you want, basically to push the pedal yourself and basically make yourself like this tender little flower that, needs fucking all the attention to themselves, that's more power to you. But why do we have to fucking go along with the ride? I I know that we're digging our own graves because we allow ourselves to have no form of discussion unless you're considered a bigot. You can be you can't be gay and conservative, which I believe is a fucking cop out. You can't be gay and not disagree with the populace. You will be considered an orientation traitor, and they will look down on you like you're scum. I wanted to know, Lindsay, and this could be an open mic to anybody who believes that why do gay men and straight women, straight men, and by women and by men, because I actually didn't also talk about that. Why is it that we don't over more than not talk about the fact that bisexuals they get fucked over by straight and gay, but that's something that we don't talk about. It's only about certain forms of identity politics. We have a lot of dirty skeleton like dirty. We have a lot of skeletons in our closet. I haven't slept. I'm sorry. We have a lot of skeletons in our closet, but we choose to only focus on the idea of this identity bullshit. I ask you, Lindsay, I know you're never going to see this, but I ask you, when is it going to be our fault that we are horrible to each other? When are we actually going to have a renaissance where it shouldn't be about the dated like rituals that we have done? Instead, we try to find enlightenment. Why is it that gay men need to keep sleeping with each other? Why is it that lesbians have a much worse abuse rate, like domestic abuse rating? Why is it that lesbians have a lot more of a like when it comes to rape? Why is it that cops won't touch us unless we have something involved? We have a lot of fear in everything that we do. But it's not because of that. That's because of the straight people. It's because of us. This is Maha signing out.